What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Lexus RX450h Plus. So this is one of the pioneers of the luxury SUVs. So I remember back in the 90s seeing these everywhere, and they still got the same vehicle, still rolling, still selling in numbers. And I know I said a mouthful with the name, but I'm about to break it down what it means. So this is going to be the plug-in hybrid. This is going to be top of the line. So it's going to take gasoline, and you can plug it in. It gets about 37 miles on the charge. This is all-wheel drive. It's got about 306 horsepower, and this is all Lexus has to offer on this machine here. Every single option you could ever want. And this is painted in nori green pearl, and the inside is peppercorn, so it's about to be a color of like Akon if you don't know. But we'll get in the inside in just a moment. But I want to show you the exterior of it, because this does have Lexus's signature spindle grille, but it's a little bit modified. It doesn't have, it's a little more, it lets you know it's the EV version of it. You can get a sport version of it as well. That's going to be the RX500. But coming on the outside, my wife pointed this out. She noticed, like, what's all that silver and chrome on here? You got to get the sport trim if you don't want that. Aside from looking at all this salt on here, Michigan did some Michigan things. It's freezing cold, weather, snow. Got 4 seasons in the week. But man, this green color, that flake hits hard on it. Got a gold undertone to it. Lovely color. The interior, give you a sneak peek of it. It's very dark brown. Lovely, lovely color. Got the micro suede. Lovely interior. So we're about to explore the RX in this video, so hang tight. And before you leave the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, browse this channel. Let's get into it. I want to give a huge shout out to Lexus for providing me with this vehicle for the week. Shout out to you all. Thanks for the experience. Also, shout out to the MLC. I'll be linking up with them probably in the next video. So we'll be linking up in Florida with Race Car Friends, Hunter Gang Nate, not Blueprint 1LE, and a few others. So stay tuned for that. The base MSRP is going to be $68,730. You have the technology package, which gives you a digital key. That's $475. So you got the power rear lift gate with the kick sensor, $150. Got the cold area package with the window de-icer, $100. The premium triple beam headlights. Gonna take a look up in here. See that triple beam headlight there? So that's basically adaptive headlight. So once you turn the car, it'll illuminate the way that you're gonna turn with the steering wheel. So that's a nifty feature. The triple beam LED headlamps gonna set you back $1,565. We got a convenience package that's gonna add traffic jam assist, where it can do autonomous driving in traffic. We got this very large panoramic sunroof, which is lovely. Huge glass up here. Take a look at that. Let all the sunlight in, especially on days like today. We got advanced park with remote park. It'll park itself. It's $480. We got a carpet cargo mat, set you back $150. We'll see in just a second there. We got an illumination package where we have illuminated sills, cargo area, floor, and that's going to set you back $760. Didn't notice this till now. We got mud guards protecting your paint, front and rear. It's going to set you back $165. So the grand total after destination is going to be $76,505. Let's take a look up under the hood. Up under the hood, we have the very familiar 2.5 liter inline 4. And once you see this orange, it's going to denote that we have a hybrid powertrain. So the total power output is going to be 304 horsepower. I misspoke earlier, my bad. The transmission is going to be a CVT, smooth shifting, very quiet. And then we also have the hybrid powertrain. It's going to be all-wheel drive. So this is one big behemoth. So with all this technology, all these features, this vehicle weighs 4,800 pounds. And that's no featherweight at all. This don't even look right with a Lexus with the hood up. But moving on to the efficiency of it, since I did say it's a hybrid, it's going to be 36 miles per gallon in the city, 33 on the highway, 35 combined. So that's going to be, it's going to be a 14.5 gallon tank. And also, this is the gas tank on this side. On the opposite side, these dual gas tanks here, or dual doors on the rear. So this is where you charge it. So you can do it with a level 1 or level 2 charger. You get a level 2 charger, it can charge in 2.5 hours, and that'll be like a 240 volt. I got the basic 120 volts, so I just charge it overnight and it's completely charged. And the EPA rates that we get 37 miles to a charge. That's going to change when the weather is cold, because I have it fully charged right now and the computer said only 24 miles. So I guess once it gets warmer, because once it's cold like this, I'm really getting frostbite. I'm about to go sit inside the car as fast as I can. So it's going to diminish. Those miles are getting eaten up fast. So in my week with the vehicle and over 250 miles, I'm averaging 30 miles per gallon. And the fuel is going to take premium fuel, and it can launch to 0 to 60 in like 6.5 seconds. Let's start our way in the back, as we always do, work our way up to the front. So this does have that option where you can kick up under here. Works pretty good. Every time I do it, it works. Get back out the way. We got this coming up. You see what's going on. Huge cargo space back here. Huge, huge, huge. Got a subwoofer over there. This is the carpeted mat that I told you. Promise we'll get back to it. Up under the floor, this is where we keep our charging cable, which is at my house right now, but that's where it would go. We also have a tire inflator kit up there. Privacy shade in case you don't want people to see what you're packing up under there. And also, we can fold the seats down from back here, the left side and the right side. Demonstrate that real quick. Just hold this button right here, and it'll move the seats forward or backwards. So we can fold it flat with that button, but don't need to do that just yet. So you already know this is cavernous. Me, I got my kids in the back. The back seats do recline as well. So let's see how that is. Touch of a button, going back now. Back seat. Ample space back here. Love the contrasting of this peppercorn. That looks fantastic. So every light in here is LED. Lovely brown. Micro suede is two tones. Leather in the middle. Micro suede on the outside. Even got some stitch patterns up in here. Sitting down back here isn't much of a chore. I am 6 feet tall. Got ample space. Sitting behind myself, I got like 3 inches of room. Huge. Lovely view back here. This is a great place to be. You got a lot of controls. In the middle, as always, everybody always has these cup holders right here, so don't need to mention that. But back here, the seats, these seats are really plush, really comfortable. Lexus nailed it with the comfortable side. Sporty, we'll get to that later, but the comfort, they got it down to a T. In the rear, we do have a couple of vents back here, single climate, heated and ventilated seats in the rear, a couple USB-A chargers. Back here, we can also move the seats in the front up. My kids kept annoying each other with that. Rear privacy shades, in case you want to block the sun from your kid, or have your privacy while you're in the back seat doing your nails or whatever you would do in the back seat, eating a lunch. Don't want nobody to know you back here, pull the privacy shades up. Front seat, and these door handles, it looks like a generic door handle that just pulls out, but actually it's a strip on the back. You press it and just open it, soft open. And while I was speaking on the doors, to get out of here kind of tripped me out at first. I'm like, where's the door handle? But it's this contraption right here. You just press it in. And should that fail, which I doubt it ever will, it's the reverse. You just pull it. It unlatches the door. I think that was a very nifty trick on Lexus's part. Have a very luxurious, gorgeous cabin up here. Tech everywhere. Features galore, man. All kinds of features. And I don't know if I want to get into all of them, but this has a lot to go through. And then the design, like, even on the door, we got the Mark Levinson 21 speaker sound system. Sounds pretty good. It's great sounding. I'll let you hear it later. But then we also have this micro suede that goes across and it goes over into the dash. Now the design of this front, it isn't much to write home about. It's more simplistic. Actually, just notice this wood grain right here. We got some brushed steel or brushed aluminum accents coming around. Very classy up here, but not overstyled. These seats are very comfortable. Also got that thigh support, so you can actually adjust that. So that's pretty good to see. Don't see that in a lot of vehicles. Power adjustment, 8 seats, lumbar support. Very nice to the touch steering wheel. And the heating elements on here is all automated. So this heated steering wheel has 2 levels to it, and it's on auto. So once the car warms up, it'll bring it down a notch, and it can turn off eventually if the car gets warm enough. Same with the heated seats and ventilated seats as well. So I never had to touch it, and it does it for the driver and passenger. My daughter put on the ventilated seat. She likes to touch all the buttons. You can sync up your temperatures. Oh my goodness, so many features. Where do I start? Started in this door. Even the grab handle, that soft touch down there, it's like cloth down there, felt. Down below you can put a beverage or a map if you still carry one of those. Nobody does that. Got 3 memory seat settings, and down below is how you pop the trunk, which is great for when I got that that curbside pickup, and the fuel door. The center armrest got a little bit of wizardry on it. You can open it from the passenger side, or you can open it from the driver's side. Very deep down in there. Put whatever belongs you want to. Felt line, everything soft in there. Even the cup holders got a little trick to them. So these cup holders, if you got a little cup, like those little styrofoam cups that they give you at church when they give you coffee and donuts, This too shallow and goes way down in there. Compress this, it'll raise the floor of the cup holder. I thought that was interesting. And we have more storage up here. Soft touch, this is where your wireless phone charger is going to be. This is an excellent charging pad. Like my phone has, in a lot of cars, even my own personal 2 cars, I can't charge it with the case on, but this efficiently charges it, and it doesn't slide around too much. It is just rubber, but it does stay in place. And then we have more storage to the right side. A couple USB-A ports up here. Got a USB-C down below, and another USB-A. As I mentioned before, camera. All these camera angles going to be 360-degree camera all the way around. It's kind of going to be like what we saw on the Prius, the same type of system, but at a higher quality. And you can look in front of you when you have it in drive by activating this button right there. And you can change the angle as well. So that's a nifty feature. Still not a player. I can't relate. Let me talk about this infotainment system real quick. So everything's digital. We do have a volume knob and the temperature controls for the HVAC. And we do have some quick buttons down here. To change the climate, it has its own little setting, so you can quickly adjust the climate from here. We can also collapse this menu. We do have other settings too, so if you want to change your drive mode, it does have frequently used options down here, comfort and convenience. You can keep swiping through, and this is how you would actually select your drive modes. Eco and Sport, Custom. All these driving assist features. I told y'all this has a ton of driving assist features, so I'm not even going to go through all of those. Some of these should be disabled because they can get very annoying, and I'm pretty sure it's going to pop up on the drive. But this car is a cheat code. If you need assistance at driving, this car will help you along the way. So of course, this is my favorite feature of any car feature besides heated and ventilated seats. We got Apple CarPlay. Let's go back to the native screen. So one of my biggest gripes about the Toyota vehicles that I've had, the TRD Pro Tundra, my GR Corolla, and the Prius, they make you select a lot of settings through the cluster, which I don't really care for. But on this vehicle, you can do a lot through the infotainment screen, which is a godsend because it sucks to go through all those settings. So sound and media, this is more so your regular vehicle customization. Lights, door, if you want the doors to lock, things of that nature. Set up the custom drive mode, how you want it to charge, what amperage you want it to be at, things like that. But it is a ton of features in here, a whole lot. And then we can customize our vehicle settings. So drive mode, once again, some of our driving assist features. You can also turn them on and turn them off in this mode. So that's another shortcut from here, but it's also in the infotainment screen. Energy flow. You can see what's going on with the battery and the drivetrain. All-wheel drive, tire pressure. We also got ambient lighting. Y'all can't see it now because it's obviously light outside. We got a bunch of different colors. And this color combo, with it being green on the outside, I had to go with purple on the interior. If you know, you know. So this gear selector is going to be similar to what we've seen in the Prius. Slap it over to the left and back to go to drive. Forward or to the left and up to go to reverse. Kind of counterintuitive to me. Push the button for park. We do have our traction control, e-brake, brake hold, and then we can make it be an EV all the time. We can make it hybrid full time, or we can make it where it automatically chooses which drive mode. So that's handy if you want to save your EV until you get to another place, or save on gas. Whatever you want to do, you got options. So this little guy right here is watching you drive, and when you're not paying attention, it's going to let you know with an alert right behind it on the infotainment or the cluster behind you. So it was one time I was like leaning back, just driving, relaxing. It's like, hey, hands on the road, sit up. It'll tell you, sit up. It'll give you those commands. Or if you're not paying attention while driving, it can see that and it'll let you know. So this is how I kept the cluster. Battery power on the left side. On the right side is going to be our fuel. And way down here is going to be our miles to empty. So we got 18 miles of EV charge. We got 56 miles of hybrid or gasoline, basically. You can change this middle screen in here with the buttons on the steering wheel. This car is very customizable. On the heads-up display, it'll show you these commands because this is actually capacitive touch. So when you touch it, they'll illuminate on the heads-up display. Y'all can't see that right now, but the command won't go through until you actually press it. So that's where Volkswagen kind of dropped the ball with their implementation of it. So because theirs is just haptic, you touch it, the command goes through. On here, it'll highlight on the heads-up display, and then you can confirm by actually pressing the button. So that's pretty cool. And with those buttons, you can change what you see on the display right here. So I'm averaging 1.7 miles per kilowatt hours. And to be able to see my miles per gallon, you got to change the hybrid mode. So I'm averaging 31 miles per gallon, which is below the estimated values. and it's cold out here, so that's what that's all about. So briefly explaining these buttons over here, we got our menu button, which won't display until you look at the heads-up display. Y'all can't see that right now. We got our follow distance and our to activate our cruise control, adaptive cruise control. Then on the left side, we got our volume controls, and then this will be like to change your audio tracks, but that can also double to call and hang up, to do voice commands once you press the menu button. So, and in this infotainment screen, you can customize these buttons to do tons of different things. So you can also like change your drive mode by pressing these buttons. So highly customizable. So it's a lot that you can do. There's a lot of tech in this car, guys. This infotainment screen is 14 inches. I do wish it took up more of the screen, like the whole thing, but then we don't have actual physical buttons on here. Not many. So we do have that front defrost button and rear defrost button. So yeah, we got a total like 2 buttons, volume knob, HVAC controls, but this is a beautiful screen. And up top, that's going to be the digital mirror, which can be a basic poverty spec mirror, but I just keep it on digital because why not? We pay for it. So with this infotainment system, it's been a few times where my audio wouldn't play. Like I could see the track time going by, but I did not hear audio. So to fix that, I would have to turn the car off and on, but then I found out I can just change the source, and I do that through the steering wheel controls, like just cycle through the sources. It's annoying, but I did notice that bug with it. I haven't noticed that in the other Toyota vehicles. So that's a very brief rundown of all the tech and features in here. I could make an hour-long video talking about all these features, but I'm not going to do that. So let's get on to the driving portion. Let's take the Lexus RX450h Plus for a spin. In the lock position, the mirrors fold. Once you open the door, they unfold. Voila, magic. You're greeted by all that pretty brown, pretty round brown. Push button starts up here. You can see all the blemishes on the screen from my greasy hands touching. Lovely illumination. Let me buckle up. All right, let's put it in D and let's go. So by default, it's going to start off in EV mode. Everything's going to be silent. And you can, once it's cold, it tells you the roads are icy. That's good to know. Drive with care. Thank you. But you're going to see right here, it says EV mode. But let me put it in hybrid mode because I kind of want to say that for a little bit. Actually, no. I'm going to show you how quiet it is in EV mode. It is dead silent. Sound in here is wonderful. I have to start throwing that car seat out. It'd be rattling in these cars. It's not the car. This car is dead silent. Damping is great. Right on these terrible roads. So we're about to go straight out to this horrible pavement out here. So we're about to see from experience how good the sound deadening and the dampening is. Can we do this turning radius? I don't think there's any car that can make this turning radius. All right, here go these craters. See my man's up there dodging them. Not bad at all. Smooth. That's the name of this game. So let me test that turning radius up in here. So Lexus, they really concentrated on getting the luxury part down. I know a lot of automakers want the sport and the luxury, and even they got a sport version of this. But this one, from what I'm experiencing, this is definitely all luxury, little sport, as you're about to see in just a moment. Test this turning radius. Fully lock it. Great turning radius for an SUV. Toyota does this turning radius really well. Every Toyota I tested got great turning radiuses. Radii. I noticed in this RX, I don't notice those Jetson sounding noises so the pedestrians know that you got an EV. Like, I haven't noticed it at all. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's on the outside. There go that annoying cross traffic thing. I'm paying attention in front of me. You can turn that off too. The previous person that had this vehicle had that turned off, but it's going to let you know when cars are coming like across and don't go. And that kind of is another gripe that I do have while that's going on. You can't skip your tracks. I'll be skipping tracks a lot. That's why I love my infotainment screens. But it blocked me from like skipping tracks. Like when cars are just constantly going by. Like, dude, I'm trying to skip my song. I know I'm not about to go out for a minute. And we're also going to test this in the curves. Let me put it in sport mode. Can quickly get to it. So you can see it turn red once we got the sport mode. The light is on for us. Alright, I'm going to have to put it in auto mode for the driver because it's only going to be in EV when it's in EV mode. So there we go. You can hear the engine come on. That's something to be mindful of. It wallows. This is 4,800 pounds, and it behaves as such. And the steering feel, like even in comfort mode or normal mode, I noticed that it has resistance, but I'm not going to say it's communicative. Bro, you stuck? You going the wrong way. Hey man, I can't make this stuff up. People don't be knowing what they doing. That's why I only drive down certain roads, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, that torque will kick in. And I assume that's pumped in fake engine noise. That thing sounds kind of rowdy. Toyota does a good job at tuning some pleasant sounds, some acoustics with these engine noises. Just rolling through, wallowing. See how the all-wheel drive gets us out of the corner. Oh, it does its thing. All right. Clawed up on out of there. So with the audio, treble is crisp. The mid-range are better than the other vehicles that I have been tested that are Toyota with up-level systems. And this Mark Levinson is good, but the bass is leaving something to be desired. I hear too much bass coming out of these speakers because the bass I don't know if it's hitting the mesh, but I hear a little bit of a rattle because there's too much bass in the songs I listen to. But y'all can hear for yourselves. So on my intro, it doesn't do it. It's certain songs where the bass is just hard. And you can hear like a bang up in the door. But other than that, every other song is pretty good. I rate this a great. It's not excellent, but it's great. The volume is definitely there. But driving this is not a driver's vehicle. It's definitely an efficient vehicle for the size. Like, this is extremely nice. Very, very, very nice and efficient too. Like, plug-in hybrids, I think, is the ideal vehicle. It just does everything well. You get the added performance and torque of the electric motor, and then you get the efficiency of an EV as well, while also not having range anxiety because you got it's a hybrid battery too. So those automatically get great fuel mileage. Trying to dodge potholes. I'm over here trying to think, like, man, ever since that Prius ordeal, once I popped the tire on it, man, let me get out this lane. Oh, it's telling me right now, sit up, driver's face not detected. Of course, I got a camera on my face. Come on. So for those who are familiar with the movie 8 Mile, I'm on that street now. So this side of the street is Southfield. This side is Detroit. So I got the rite of passage. I'm going in Detroit. Yay. About to take it on the highway for a brief moment. I already know I'm about to pass everybody. See how we pick up the power. This thing moves. It also does the lane keep assist, which is technically level 2 autonomy. Okay, now things are getting annoying when you don't pay attention. It starts yelling at you. I am sitting up. So I gotta cancel that because it doesn't see my face. It wants me to be safe. I told you, this is the cheat code. If you want to drive safe, this car is gonna make you drive safely. Thankfully, most of those things are, you can disable them, disableable. Yeah, we got all these features that you can turn off as many as you want to. All right, so this is going to wrap up the driving portion of it. Wasn't able to demonstrate the hands-free driving because we're in traffic right now. And then this thing keeps telling me to sit up because I got a camera on my face. But it does quite well. It's really smooth when it does work. Well, when I don't have a camera on my face, which is every time except for right now. But I'm going to wrap up the driving portion with that. So let me know what you think about the 2024 Lexus RX 450h Plus hybrid all-wheel drive. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.